right, Jerry, thank you very much. Here with the coach, and Coach, 3-0 on the season. Another outstanding effort, very similar to last week. Even though you jumped out early last week against Virginia, this time you found yourself in a 7-0 hole. But tell you what, once you guys really got it going defensively, and particularly offensively, you really got it going.
Yeah, I thought that all three phases, our coaches did a great job this week. We had a great plan, another great week of preparation. At some point, somebody's going to score on us, and we have to see how we can respond. And I thought our guys did a great job of just playing the next play. Whether that was a great play or a bad play, our guys just had a great mindset this week, and put us in a position where we need to be.
Kind of an odd start to the game, and yet I think, like you talked about, the way your players responded, particularly on offense, where they made a few mistakes here and there, uncharacteristic, and yet they came right back out and went to work.
Definitely, and that's going to happen. I mean, we're going to, whether it's a penalty or a drop ball or whatever happens, miss throw, missed assignment, we're going to make a few mistakes, and it's how you react to those mistakes that's going to define you in the long term. And another great effort by our guys. Love how our guys play, and then got to get healthy here during the bye week and move forward.
I'm going to start with the defensive side of the ball because, again, I thought they were consistent throughout the game. I mean, the 180-yard drive, and other than that, until the end of the game in junk time, the defense absolutely took over at the line of scrimmage where they really needed to.
Yeah, they did a great job. Nick and the staff had a great plan for these guys, and it was basically just that, see how we could kind of hold up against their front, which was outstanding. And our guys really did a great job of rallying to the ball. And yeah, they got one late there. Just I wish, for our own guys' sake, I wish they wouldn't have, but that's something to build on. But really proud of those guys.
In the last 2 weeks, you guys done a great job of not allowing explosion plays. One run against Virginia, one big pass play today for 51 yards. Other than that, really keeping things in front of you.
Yeah, that's our philosophy. We want to make them earn it, and want to put pressure on the quarterback, whether it's just anxiety in terms of our looks or rushing the passer, and then make them earn it. And when you tackle well and you don't give up those explosive plays, that's how that happens, and people are going to get a couple first downs here and there. That's going to happen. We're going to give a couple first downs or a check down, or like Virginia worked the tight ends a bunch. But if you have to do that for 90 yards, you're not going to be very successful.
And your offense got in a great rhythm today too, particularly through the air.
Yeah, I really wanted to try to play at a tempo, which we finally got going there in the second quarter, playing kind of at our tempo. Had a couple chances to make some big plays there in the first quarter that we either dropped or missed in the passing game. But again, Lube and Frosty did a great job game plan wise in that regard this week. Just head out recruiting and get ready for who's next, Cal.
And we got to see Johnny Munt show his stuff today.
Johnny Munt, another guy that just works his tail off. Had a great week of practice, and really happy for him and for our guys. He's just one of those guys that you can't help but like, and just works really hard. The team was going crazy for how well he played, and again, a young guy, true freshman who has a bright future.
Non-conference games now out of the way. The team excited to get the Pac-12 season started off here in a couple weeks?
I think we're excited for whatever's next, and that's the neat part of you play a team like Tennessee. That's a good football team. There's a lot of great athletes on that team, and they're getting it going from a program standpoint. And now we have to take advantage of this bye week and get better. It's not time where you put it neutral and just kind of coast. We need to improve our health. We need to take advantage of it for our young guys and build our depth, and then hit the ground running for Cal coming up.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations, 3-0 on the season. We'll look forward to talking to you here in a couple of weeks.
Thanks, Jordy.
All right, Jerry, back up to you.
All right, guys. First, the lighting okay? Okay.
You look fabulous.
Thank you, Coach.
Raise your hand. I'll call on you right here in the back.
Mark, back here. In game planning, was the emphasis to go more through the air this game? Was there something you saw on film where you thought you could push Tennessee through the air?
There were some things formationally that we thought we could kind of lock them into a couple defenses, and they had a plan that was similar to what we anticipated, and our guys just did a great job of executing that this week. Kind of try to set up some things early with our formations and verify and validate some of those things that we had in the back of our mind, and the passing game came alive. So I guess we can complete a pass again. I haven't even looked at our numbers yet, but take that.
Back here in the back.
Yeah, you mentioned Dr. Jordy Gotti Hunt. What was it in particular in his practice? Was it work ethic, or you just started catching on to the playbook? What was it that let him shine a little bit today?
Guy's rock solid. He comes and works every day. Has a great attitude. He's just like I said, he's just he's a guy you root for. There's a lot of guys like that on our team, but he in particular is just a real positive guy and works really hard. And he wants to do everything he can to help our team. And so, you know, his number got called several times today, and he rose to the challenge. Did a great job on their defensive ends. We're very talented guys, blocking them in one-on-one situations, and really excited for his future.
Mark, how would you describe the start of your guys' game? I mean, a lot of mistakes in there. How would you describe it?
Interesting, you know, had missed a field goal, had a penalty on the opening kickoff, which we'll take a look at that. Decided to go for that fourth down, scored, and take a look at that one as well. But happy with how our guys responded. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. We're not going to win 107-0 with no issues of any kind. And I thought our guys did a great job of responding to moderate issues and kept playing.
You mentioned the response. Marcus in particular, he looked a little shaky early. What changed for him?
I think he just settled down. You know, he had a couple plays there early that were stone cold drops, and then which is a weird problem. How we had two guys wide open on that one where he missed. He ended up throwing to Braylon, and I think he was kind of between those two guys. You know, and he saw two guys wide open, and that doesn't happen very often. And he was kind of stuck right in between them, and that happens. But Marcus is a stud. Would not trade that dude for anybody.
Right here.
Why didn't Loyola play?
Circumstances.
He's healthy.
Circumstances. I can't. Circumstances is extremely specific. That's one word.
Anyone? Right here.
You guys went 1 for 2 on field goals. How's that situation playing out?
We'd like to be 2 for 2. Yeah, missed the one field goal. That you know will remain an ongoing competition.
Mark, the score ends up lopsided, but is this a good game in terms of it really was pretty competitive for a quarter and a half, and you really had to play the full game?
Well, we know we're going to get everybody's best shot, and those guys came out very enthusiastic, and by the end of the third quarter, things were different. And you know that's what we pride ourselves on: is we're going to play till the end, no matter who's in there, no matter what the score is. We're finishing the game, and so very proud of our effort in that regard.
Right here.
What did it feel like for you to be behind in a game?
Felt fine. I mean, obviously, at the end, when we look up, we don't want to be behind. But again, that's if that's our big moment of adversity, we're gonna have a pretty good year.
Here.
What's different about Marcus in Game 3 this time compared to last year?
In Game 3 this year compared to Game 3 last year, I think we know what we have, a little bit more, and I think he's a guy again that and I say, what we have. We thought Marcus was outstanding from when he showed up in high school camp, and we're like, wow, this guy could be special. He's developed in a lot of ways off the field as a leader. Has always been an unbelievably high character kid, and our guys will play for that guy. And so that development of his maturation as a leader is something that has spread throughout our team. And then we caught the ball better today. He made a couple better decisions and turned out okay.
Anybody else? Back here in the back.
Coach, what specifically were you excited about on the defensive side of things today?
A lot. I thought we ran really well to the ball. Had a couple sporadic missed tackles, but played really, really hard. I think we got everybody into the game that was eligible. Knock on wood, got out of there healthy for the most part. And I thought our guys played hard. And if we're playing the next play as hard as we possibly can, mission accomplished.
Right here.
Mark, has anything surprised you about this team through your non-conference schedule, or is this kind of what you expected?
Anything surprised me? I don't know. I think when you're around our guys, you know that they're going to play hard. You know they're going to work hard. You don't know exactly how they're going to respond to either success or adversity, and that's why we have games and why we try to put them in as many possible situations to see how they react in practice. But very happy with how they responded to our moments of adversity today, and now we need to handle this bye week. We need to get better, make great decisions off the field, and get ready for Cal.
Way in the back.
You just mentioned the bye week. What will your process be for the bye week and moving into the game week against Cal?
We're going to basically have treatment the next couple days. We won't practice tomorrow or the next day. We're going to practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Kind of have reworked our bye week schedule a little bit, trying to just project it toward the future, and in terms of resting some guys, getting healthy, but at the same time staying sharp. Get a ton of work with our young guys, and still getting ready for Cal.
Right here.
3 games in, can you be happier with Munt and Tyner? 3 games into their college career.
Those guys they're really fun to be around. Thomas is a quieter guy than Johnny. Johnny's a pretty quiet guy as well, but just they work. Thomas, there was one article that I read about. He had this like 5-star compliment. I've never seen that once. He doesn't say 5 words during practice, and he works hard, and he's figuring out how to practice. At the level we need, and Johnny's been a great worker from day one, and so again, those guys have really bright futures, and how good they are is really up to them.
Right back there.
Do you think Munt will be a bigger part of the offense going forward, or will this be kind of dependent on the
Circumstances, yeah, it just depends on. No, I got you. Not those circumstances. I meant coverage, decision by the quarterback. I like your style. You could hire him in the Coos Bay World right there. Got a prospect.
Taylor Hart is in the back room for
Perfect, Taylor Hart, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll see going forward. He's a guy that you learn a lot about those guys as they get hit in the face by an all-SEC defensive end and bounce back and play like that. You learn something about that guy. And so going forward, we'll see how his role changes, adapts, etc.
Mark, what do you consider the adversity you guys faced today?
You brought it up. You said it was adversity. I was quoting you.
What do you consider the adversity?
Not every single thing was perfect. That's adverse conditions. No, I mean anytime it's not going perfectly, there's guys can react one way or the other, and when you see how our guys reacted, kept playing regardless of being up whatever it was 40 or whatever it was at the time, or down 7, they played, and that kind of perseverance will pay off down the road.
Back here in the corner.
What is your philosophy sort of with a player getting sick and somebody else stepping in and kind of doing the Lou Gehrig thing, maybe having a great game? What do you think in those terms?
If Johnny Munt can play 2,192 consecutive games, I would be jacked. Is that the record? Something like that, right?
I'm about to say, sure.
2150, right? 2150.
In general, though, is a player able to kind of steal?
We will call Cal Ripken Jr. as well. Bring him in. It just depends. I mean, we've got a lot of ground to cover. The guys that practice well are going to play, and that's it.
Mark, can you talk about the offensive line? It seemed like they got in a group, I think, on their second and third offensive possession, but they really hung in on the side. And will Colt play with the Cal game?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll be at the Cal game. I'd like to be. Again, the guys that practice well and are going to play on the second part. On the first part, I thought our guys did a great job of identification today. They were a little bit more standard, kind of up front. That's not a fault of them. That's just how they play. Between Scott Frost, ladies and gentlemen, hold your applause. Between Virginia and Nicholls State, there were just a bunch of different looks, and they did a much better job identifying looks today. And we challenged them pretty good on both sides of the ball, and happy with our effort.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.
We'll have Marcus in here.
What was the
21.